Paris, the birthplace of the department store, stands like perhaps no other city for creativity in the retail business. This is where the International Association of Department Stores was born in 1928, an appropriate setting for the 50th General Assembly of the association. For 3 days, the CEOs of 22 department stores from all over the world share ideas and deliberate on the future of department stores.
Le grand magasin traditionnel général.
The traditional department store is dead. Long live the multi-specialist lifestyle department store.
Multi-spécialiste style de vie.
New ideas flourish best in a relaxed and friendly environment. This is what the International Association of Department Stores has been offering its members for over 80 years. Meetings combine an ideal balance of practical, retail-related knowledge and exchange, and the pleasure of sharing experience among friends.
It has become an unmissable event, useful and convivial.
We've had a very inspiring 2 days, and it's always very worthwhile. It's a great opportunity to meet and to learn and to take away things that we can use in our own business.
Everybody else is the enemy, but with department stores, because we don't really invade each other's countries, we sort of work very well together.
The close relationships between international members of the IADS helps department stores prepare for the challenges of the next decade and to construct their own future.
在这个组织中呢，有很多这个我们不
Being a member of IADS is really helpful, but we have also made a lot of friends. All the members are friends, and that enables us to communicate openly and without risking our business.
也分享很多彼此的这些很有意思的一些事情。
What do we do? Really, all we do is share experiences. So, at first companies contact one another, but after 2 years it is people who contact each other.
Y después de formar parte durante
After a certain amount of time, say 12 years or so, we have met together some 24 to 30 times. That makes the relationship much more comfortable and trusting when it comes to exchanging opinions or information.
opiniones, informaciones, datos, que es muy importante.
You know, that to me is one of the biggest opportunities for me to meet my colleagues and to have that quality time with my colleagues, which I wouldn't have if I was sitting in my little office in Dublin for.
I wish you a warm welcome to Paris, and as the professor of Chinese film.
The welcome reception is an opportunity to meet old colleagues again, as well as to welcome newcomers.
There's the formal part, which is very informative. We hear from each other what's happening. It's a very, we're very careful with our information, but at least you know what's happening in the other department stores and in other markets.
Hay juntas de visual muy interesantes. Hay juntas del área financiera.
There are meetings about visual merchandising, about financial issues, about systems, at which managers of Palacio learn a lot. But most of all, they learn to open their minds to alternative ways of running a store successfully. We also make mistakes, which we learn from. It's very interesting.
Errores que han sucedido y lo tomamos en cuenta, lo tomamos como experiencia para nosotros, ¿no? Es muy, muy interesante.
It's really about creating an environment where we as CEOs actually are forced to address the issues that are confronting us. And the more that we can create an environment that allows us to do that, the more benefit that we'll get from it. And improving business is about creating more consumer confidence, it's about driving sales, it's about putting promotional activity in the store, it's about creating theatre in the store, it's about reducing costs across the board where we can. We're all doing this individually, but the more that we can help learn from each other, the more we can tell each other about the initiatives that we're doing.
During the meeting, members discuss the state of the department store format. They evaluate their own companies and their performance in the retail landscape through benchmarking, the discussion of strategies, finance, merchandise, and business models, CEOs gain inspiration as well as ideas to try out in their own businesses.
There have been many initiatives taken in the areas of merchandise, marketing, human resources. And after the meeting, I shall be making a list of points to explore further. So it will have been a very useful meeting, I'm sure.
What you learn from your colleagues is how to approach this. And number two is you get ideas about products, about changes that have to be made, and you can implement them in your own country, in your own company, which I have done.
Et chacun à sa façon dans un pays, dans
Each in his own way, in his country, in his sector, is moving forward. Whether it is in the ambience, the processes, the format, the assortment, the promotional techniques. Each has his own personality and moves forward, and we learn a huge amount.
Chacun a sa personnalité et avance, et on en tire toujours des enseignements formidables.
Occasionally, new members join the association. They should fit in with the association's way of working and with its objectives. 2 new members have joined the IADS group, now composed of 25 companies from 21 countries, and their participation will enrich the exchanges.
The knowledge, the know-how, and the trend, and the precaution, everything about our retail business, which is going to be very helpful, I think. So I'm very glad to be part of the IADS members.
I think I can learn a lot from more of the mature market. For us, we're a growing market, and we're still very different. So we still have a lot of growth. Maybe in about 5-10 years' time, we'll be about in the same level as the other people, as the other members.
I think there are 2 parts. On the one hand, the European stores we see very often. We can evaluate them regularly because they are geographically near. On the other hand, we can meet members from further afield with perhaps a different approach that opens one's mind. And that is a very positive aspect for the future.
Then there's the informal part, which is very good because you can hear other things which might help you, and it's very easy to know people quite well, whereby at all levels, because we also have meetings at different levels of operations managers and buying managers and HR managers, and it's very good to know people so that when you have a problem or something you'd like to solve, you can phone them and see how they solve their problems. So it's a very good and interesting and fun association to be with.
It's normal that an executive manager takes his wife to a meeting like the one we are having here. It's not like a typical meeting, more like a get-together after knowing each other for such a long time. I have been in this association for more than 12 years, and we see each other more than just once a year. So basically, we've met at least 24 to 30 times, sharing ideas, improving friendships. Therefore, by now we are good friends.
After discussion and exchange, inspirations are allowed to mature and grow. The informal part of the meeting, such as a visit to the opera for a concert followed by dinner, helps contribute to networking.
The settings definitely, helps to take us, all from the works and the business and the numbers. I think we had enough of this, during the day, so I think we can relax now and, each enjoy each other's company, and definitely take from the people now rather than the numbers.
Oui, c'est un plaisir personnel parce que on est avec ses pairs.
Yes, it is a personal pleasure meeting like this, a rare and shared moment.
Nous ne nous voyons pas très souvent, et donc effectivement.
And I enjoy it like I would enjoy receiving friends at home, to give them pleasure.
Des amis chez soi, de donner du plaisir en partage.
The visit to the Bon Marché hosting the event marks the end of 3 inspiring days. Before the next meeting, we can be sure that further exchanges will now take place between participants.
The strongest memory is, in short, the people. This circle has an amazing atmosphere. It's very open, and we have lots of contacts with each other, also between the meetings. And that has been for me these last years the real worth, the quintessence of the incredible network.
In retail, you are very focused on day-to-day operations. You are in your store, you look at the customer, you sell them product, and you don't have that much time to go out to other countries to see what others are doing. So what they need, department stores, is to get fresh ideas from elsewhere. And we bring them together from different countries so that they can see what is being done in other countries.
The IADS, the first association entirely devoted to department stores, brings together department stores from many different countries to share retail management experience and best practices.